Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and today I am bringing you an all new series, and I would love for you to meet this brand new sim. Her name is Piper Pepper. So everyone, meet Piper, and I do think that she turned out beautifully, and I am super excited to jump into this all new series with you guys. And so let's go ahead and get to know her traits. So her aspiration is the Mount Komorebi sightseer. And so for that, it says that she wants to explore Mount Komorebi's culture and experience everything it has to offer. Her traits are that she loves the outdoors, she's erratic, she's adventurous, she is a barbecue lover, and last but not least, she is a dance machine. And I do want to say that for this challenge, I just went in with Piper. I started out just making a sim, and while I'm talking, we will go through her outfits here. But I started out just kind of making a sim, and I just wanted to make a sim that was different from a sim that I had made before, that looked different, and she just kind of came together for me. And while I was making her, I didn't really have anything in mind for her. But by the end of making her and getting her all made up and putting her outfits on her and all of that, I kind of saw her as a traveler. And then I was talking to another simmer, and we were kind of going back and forth about her, and she told me about this challenge, and I was like, that would be perfect for her because I saw her as a traveler. And so I am going to be doing the GlobeTrotter challenge with this sim. And so we are going to go over the rules of the GlobeTrotter challenge. And I will do that as soon as we jump in to Mount Komorebi and get her into a place. So let's go ahead and do that so that we can go ahead and go over that. And you will see what that means for Piper. So we are going to put her in this empty lot down here at the bottom here. And when we get in here, we will go ahead and get her a tent, because she has to have a tent for this. Oh, and she's erratic, so instantly, of course, it is raining, and so she wants to go ahead and get herself naked and shower in the rain. I would expect nothing less from my sims, to be completely honest, even if it were just a normal sim. But an erratic one obviously is going to definitely do that, but my sims tend to get a little bit crazy as it is, so that is perfectly fitting for on a get-to-know introductory episode for us to have her already naked. So if this is any indication of how this series is going to go, there you have it, people. There you have it. So we're just going to go ahead and get her a tent. We're going to put it on her lot here. That way she is going to have some shelter. And then instantly after we go ahead and get her a tent, we do have to drop her simoleons down to 50 simoleons. So we will definitely do that as well. So here we will just throw her a tent. For the GlobeTrotter challenge, it says, your sim is an adventurer visiting many places around the globe. This challenge is meant to be played with one sim and the following packs: seasons, island living, eco lifestyle, snowy escape, outdoor retreat, jungle adventure, Strangerville, realm of magic or vampires, nifty knitting, and any pack you'd like to enrich your gameplay. This challenge is not about accumulating money, but enjoying the gameplay. Usually each round has its own main and secondary aspirations to fulfill. It's best to turn the aging off or to set it to long. I have actually turned the aging off in my gameplay, so we're just going to go along with her in this. The rules below shouldn't be broken as it can spoil the immersion of the challenge. Create a young adult sim. Check. Once you move them into the first location, give them a tent. Check. Set the funds to 0 to 50 simoleons. We have done that. Main aspirations must be completed during their round. Secondary aspirations must be completed at least halfway before moving to a new location. Your sim cannot travel to places outside the world you're currently playing in. They can apply for a part-time job once they have a tent or a bed, a campfire or a stove, a fridge, a bush or a toilet, a shower, a sink, a counter, a chair. They must quit their job when you move to the next location. Your sim can make money by selling things they found and created from their inventory or on Plopsy. When moving to a new location, your sim can take one piece of furniture and their tent. You should sell the rest. All of the collectibles or souvenirs your sim found and put in their inventory travel with them as well. For round 1, which is what we're in, you must live in Mount Komorebi in the summer. You're going to start in the summer, create your sim, move them into an empty lot in Mount Komorebi, purchase a tent, and set your funds to 50 simoleons. Your sim wishes to explore the world and pursue knitting. Make a living by selling fruits and vegetables, fish or knits, and go sightseeing. Aspirations to complete is your Mount Komorebi sightseer as your main, and Lord or Lady and Leader of the Knits as your secondary. So that is what I have to do. So I need to complete this aspiration first, and then after I complete that, if I'm still in this world and it's still in the season that I need to be in here, then we could move on to the second aspiration, which is the knitting one. So we need to take it slow and achieve complete emotional control in order for us to meet this aspiration. And also I want us to get to know our sim a little bit better. So we are going to go through some of her traits, and I'm going to show you what the game gave her outside of what I gave her in CAS. Because I do have some mods in my game that do give her some extra traits. So we are going to go through those really quickly. And fishing green thumb. So this does say that she's going to have an easy time fishing and gardening because she has a green thumb and she's a fish whisperer. So that is going to be great for us. She has the everyman trait, so she wants to belong and feel like a part of something. She is clumsy-footed as far as dancing goes. So even though she loves to dance, she's clumsy when it comes to dancing. She would be happy to be pregnant. We're not going to be getting her pregnant though. So she has a great singing voice. So she was born with the gift of a beautiful singing voice, and music is hard to her. And she is a home turf sim. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and get started with her. This is an introductory kind of episode, but I do want to go ahead and just get started. We are going to do a little bit of gameplay in this first episode as well, just so that we can kind of, play a little bit with her and go ahead and get to know her. So this will be episode 1. So we will spend our time getting to know her and maybe doing a little bit of gardening, doing some collecting. There's a good possibility that we might be able to harvest some things. Maybe we can do a little bit of sightseeing or some things like that to maybe work towards that aspiration. I'm not really sure. I've never actually lived in Mount Komorebi. I have visited Mount Komorebi and gone to the spa and gone to, skiing and things like that. But I've never actually had a sim live in Mount Komorebi, so this is new for me. So we will be getting an experience doing this that I haven't had before. So we will just have her go ahead and I'm going to get her to harvest some things, and then I'm going to have her go over here to the grill, and she's just going to do a little bit of grilling because she is getting a little bit peckish, and she can grill herself up something to eat really quick. And then I'll have her read on the board and see if she can learn anything about hiking. That way we can find out some information about the hiking in the area, because, she wants to go ahead and get to know some things about the new area that she's just moved to, because, she needs to sightsee and things like that. What is it? Oh my god. Oh no, Piper is under attack by bats.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You have got to be kidding me. We have only been here for like an hour. Badly scratched and buffeted like in a horror movie, these furry fiends are feisty when cornered and dish out a good mauling to Piper. She's going to be injured for 8 hours. Holy crap. The poor little thing. I mean, she hasn't even been here that long and she's already been attacked by bats. This is not a good sign that we are going to be doing well here in Mount Komorebi if we're already being attacked by things. So I do think that she is going to need to, whenever she gets some money and things like that, we need to go ahead and maybe purchase some things against the creepy crawlies in the area, because she is definitely not a lucky sim. But it does look like there's something over here we can dig, so we'll go ahead and just dig that up. Obviously we need whatever we can get for money, because we don't have a whole lot of funds. And I am just going to go ahead and have her go on back to her tent because she's tired, so we'll let her go ahead and get some rest, and then we will start again tomorrow and see if we can get some things done for tomorrow. Overall, she had a pretty productive day as far as gathering. She did some harvesting, and I mean, she wasn't really lucky in the sense that she got attacked by bats, but she did some harvesting. She did some selfies with the Yamachan statue, so I mean, she's done a couple of things. She showered in the rain, you know. All right, it is the next morning. She's unfortunately eating spoiled food, but that's all she's really got. She's not willing to eat her fruits and vegetables that she has harvested because she wants to plant those. So she's eating the spoiled food. I can't say that that's the best plan in the world, but, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do when you're living out of a tent. And she's like, I'm going to plant these things. I'm not going to eat them because I want to, you know, have something that I can grow in order to make more money in the future. So she's trying to think ahead and be smart. Oh no, it says she dislikes gardening. She doesn't like crouching on the ground with worms and dirt. Is it time to admit she dislikes gardening? Oh, great. So she may have a green thumb, but she doesn't like being dirty. So basically what it's telling me is our Piper is a little Miss Priss. So that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for us if she doesn't like doing these things. But whether she likes doing it or not, she's going to have to do it. Look how mad she is about it, though. Like, she is not a happy camper.
Emotional damage.
I mean, she's going to have to do it whether she likes it or not is the thing. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Alright, so she's just going to go over here and use the public washroom because we don't have a bathroom on our lot. And so she's got to use this public washroom, which, you know, is probably not ideal. She's feeling nauseous from eating the spoiled food, which we kind of knew that was going to happen, Piper. But, I mean, I understand why you did what you did. I just don't necessarily think it was the best plan. She's like, oh, I've got to go. I better run. I'm going to be sick. Yeah, I would think so. Erratic lesson. Piper is erratic. Erratic Sims live in an emotional roller coaster. Oh, great. Oh, and the Yamachan is out here, so she's decided she's going to go ahead and have a selfie with the real Yamachan, not just the statue. So she's heading over to do that. Oh, so she is getting a lot of things done here as far as, like, you know, she's checking things off her bucket list, but I don't know that it's actually things that, like, are helping her to become emotionally mindful. But as a person that's just newly traveled to this place, it's probably things that she would want to do. Do you know what I mean? As a kind of like sightseer, she would want to obviously like go and see the Yamachan dressed up in his little outfit and see the statue and those kind of things. But it's not actually helping her become emotionally mindful. Alright, so we have some people that have come here to welcome us to the neighborhood. So she's said hello to them. I'm just going to have her, I guess, she was watering a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and converse a little bit with these friendly people. She's like, so, do you live around here nearby? And they're like, actually, yeah, we just live in the neighborhood here. She's like, oh, well, that's nice. So thank you so much for coming around. And for bringing your fruitcake, where did that go, by the way? Because, you know, any meal that you can bring around, that's really kind. And he's like, oh, here it is. Just kidding, you can't have it. I don't know why he keeps picking it up and sitting it down and picking it up and sitting it down. I think he's looking for a table. We don't own a table. Can you just sit it on the ground? We'll take care of it, honestly. We'll just pick it up and stick it in our inventory. So she's just watering her plants while they're chatting. Why don't you actually get back over here and greet the neighbors? So get back over here and say hello to everyone and just have some conversation. And she's like, well, have you lived here for a long time? And they're like, well, yeah, we're from here. She's like, oh, right. Well, I'm clearly new. And they're like, yes, we can see that. Honey, you're living out of a tent. She's like, right. I guess I didn't really think that through, did I? And they're like, no, I suppose you didn't. Well, if there's anything that you need, all you have to do is let us know. We just live around the neighborhood here. She's like, you don't happen to have a bed, do you? And they're like, well, of course we do, but, you know, they probably don't think that's very polite of her to ask, so they're just kind of laughing it off. Oh, my goodness. She's so funny. He's talking about himself, and she's like, oh, that's kind of narcissistic. So she's going to ask them about possibly throwing a barbecue event, and so she's going to say, you know, we should all get together sometime and maybe have a barbecue. And once again, that fruitcake shows up and then goes right back in dude's pocket.
Bruh.
So she's like, well, what do you think about a barbecue? And they're just like, yeah, we totally think that might be a great idea. Like, we could totally get together and do that sometime. That would be a fun idea. And they're like, you know, just let us know when you might want to do that. Right now, it doesn't look like you kind of have the things that are needed to maybe have a barbecue. And she's like, no, but there's a park right down the way. We could all get together at the park. It'll be completely fun. It'll be great. And they're like, okay. And there's that damn fruitcake again. I was going to say cheesecake. I wish it was a cheesecake. No, but she's just like, okay, well, I will go ahead and plan it in my phone here. It'll be great. We'll make something. It'll be great. So she is kind of losing interest on the neighbors. So now she's just putting some things in Simstagram, and she is lost interest completely in her neighbors. But also, she's erratic. She's going to go and she's going to hide in her tent for a little while. She needs to be alone. She gets a little bit out of sorts whenever there's too many people around. She is a sim that likes to be on her own and tends to get a little bit uncomfortable when there are too many people around. So she is just going to go and deal with a little bit of the harvesting of some plants in the surrounding area here, so we'll just have her do that. And she's like, well, that's all the harvest right now. What else can I do? There's not a whole lot I can do right now, and there's all these people, and I just need to be by myself. Like, as you can see, like, as soon as she walked away from them, she kind of got a little bit more happy. So, yeah. But I am going to go ahead and just get her a seat here and go ahead and put it out front. I do think she has enough money here that she can purchase herself a outdoor seat. That way she can have something to sit on, and obviously we'll need something for her to sit on. But I also would like to get her the knitting, like the beginner's yarn basket. That way she can go ahead and start working on her knitting, because she does have to do the knitting for this challenge, and so I do want her to get that. I don't know if she will have enough money to go ahead and start knitting, but I do think I have enough money to get her a seat and the basket of yarn itself, so we will go ahead and do that. And then we may have to go ahead and start gathering things or selling some things so that we can knit our first item. But I do want to go ahead and get those things, so we will do that really quick. So we are just going to go ahead and have her walk around and see if there's anything in the area that she can harvest for money. So she's just like, I've got to make money. I've got to do something. I'm down to 16 simoleons to my name, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I've got to make some money. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, if you think about it, she doesn't really even have enough money to really even cook herself stuff. which is not necessarily ideal, but she's not really thinking about that right now. She's just thinking, I've got to, I've got to survive. But it is a lovely day, so once she has harvested some things, I am going to go ahead and let her do a little bit of swimming. She doesn't like gardening, so every time she gardens, she does get a negative moodlet. So we are making a little bit of money every time we harvest some stuff, so we just made 30 simoleons. And I'm going to have her also, after she did some little bit of swimming in, have her go over there and look at that board, and we will see about some things in the area like hiking, going on meditative walks and things like that, and find out some information about some of the activities in the area. And I do believe there was another bush over on her way over here that she passed and missed that we will have, that has some harvestables on it, so we'll have her grab those as well. And then we may go ahead and head her over to the park and see if we can get her to go and have a meditative walk. And we'll see if we can get her some emotional control from doing something like that, because I'm sure she would like to do some kind of scenic walk. So we'll definitely do that for sure. So we'll just harvest these tomatoes real quick, and then we will go ahead and travel over to the park there in a little bit. But first, maybe we can, now that we've got some money, go ahead and get her to knit her first item, because she now has enough money that she could knit, because we've got 96 simoleons, so we could get her to knit her first product. So let's go ahead and get her to knit some clothing. We'll get her to knit her first ever beanie, and then she can put that on Plopsy and we can try to make a profit. So that's really exciting. We get to knit our first ever item so that she can try to make a sale. So she's just going to run over here to her property and to have herself a little sit down, and she's going to knit her first beanie. It is a black and white beanie, and she's going to pull out her knitting stuff and go ahead and get started on knitting away. So it does say she has acquired the knitting skill, and she is just knitting away. I mean, she does, in all honesty, look a little bit confused and a little like she might be like overwhelmed, but she's like, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit inspired. I'm thinking I can do this. This isn't too hard. And honestly, like, it looks like it's coming along pretty quickly. Like, I gotta say, I think if I were doing this, I probably wouldn't be able to pick it up this quickly. So, Piper, I'm pretty pleased at the fact that you're getting this done as quickly as you are. She's like, I've got it. By George, I've got it. Look at her keep looking over at that dirty plate like, I have got to invest in a trash can. And we do. We really do need to get a trash can on our lot, because I can't get her to throw anything away because there's no public trash can anywhere around. I did look for one so we could throw that away, and there's not one anywhere around nearby. So I need to get her a trash can as our next purchase for our lot. So that we can throw things away, because she's just looking at that plate like very disturbed. She's very disturbed by the fact that that plate's sitting there. And she is really, really booking through this beanie. I mean, it is coming along really fast. I'm shocked at how fast she's actually getting through it, really, if you think about it. To be a beginner, she's actually doing pretty good. Oh, and she finished her beanie, so we are just going to go ahead and list that on Plopsy. So she's going to go ahead and list her very first beanie on Plopsy. And now that she has done that, we will go ahead and travel over to the park so that we can see some of the sights in Mount Komorebi. Okay, and we have officially arrived here at the park at Mount Komorebi. And she is just going to go over here and use this grill and grill herself up some fruit. She is feeling a little bit peckish. So we're going to get her to do some grilling of some fruit. She is feeling a little bit out of sorts. There are a lot of people here. And as we know, she is a bit of an introvert. So she is a little bit out of sorts. It's taking her a minute to kind of grasp her new surroundings, and she's feeling a little bit anxious over it. But I am hoping that she will kind of come to terms with the fact that everything is okay and she doesn't need to be kind of feeling that way. As you can see, she kind of did get over it pretty quickly now that she's grilling, because she is a barbecue lover, so grilling did help her feel better. And we're just going to have her grab a plate of the grilled fruit and let her eat it so that she does get her hunger up while she converses with these people that are in all these costumes, because clearly they are having some kind of group meeting. But she is going to go ahead and converse with them while she has her meal, and then we will just let her go and kind of look around a little bit and get a scope of the surroundings, because this is a new area. She hasn't been here before and she's new, and so I'm sure she would like to take a look around and see what she can get up to. And that will also hopefully find, you know, some maybe towards her sightseer there, because obviously she needs to kind of take it easy and just kind of get to know the sights. So it does look like she is just taking advantage of having a seat here next to our chess table, and someone's come up and they're just having a little bit of a conversation. And she's like, "Oh, hello, how are you?" She's like, "Are you new to the area?" Oh, they don't seem to be getting on at all. And she's like really frustrated with the fact that this teenager has come and really just like gotten on her nerves. So she's like, "You know what? Screw this. I'm going to go and have myself a meditative walk. I don't have time to deal with these snotty aged kids. Like, forget about it. I'm just going to go, and I'm going to go on a hike or a meditative walk. And I'm just going to go enjoy nature by myself in my own company and just enjoy this beautiful area and this beautiful scenery. Like, it's beautiful here. So I'm just going to go enjoy this all by my lonesome and not even worry about the fact that there are all these people here that are giving me anxiety anyway." So she's out here in this beautiful, beautiful land, and she is really enjoying herself in the crisp air. It is a lovely evening. It's got, you know, it's the summertime. It's just, you know, a cooler evening night. It's beautiful out. And she's just taking herself a nice little walk, and she's enjoying it all. She had herself a nice barbecue. She's loving the outdoors and the fresh air. She's having a state of tranquility.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
And she's so... Wait, she hears something. What is that? Oh my God, she's been attacked. Oh no, Piper has been attacked by the giant centipede. Are you freaking kidding me? 2 days in a row she's been attacked by creepy crawlies.
Bruh.
Ugh. She cannot catch a break. Those giant creepy crawlies sure pack a punch, or a nasty bite in this case. So now she needs to go get medication. I mean, the poor girl can't catch a break. And now she needs to go to the washroom. So literally, on day 1 of her being in Mount Komorebi, she gets attacked by bats. On day 2 of Mount Komorebi, she gets attacked by giant centipedes who bite her. This girl is going to have to get herself some kind of prevention against the area's nature. Because she is like, I don't know. Does she have some kind of like beacon on her that says, "Come eat me"? Because honestly, they just are attracted to her. And I don't know what it is. It's bloody ridiculous.
I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So she is just finishing up her walk here on this path here, trying to find her way back to the exit so that she can get herself to the washroom and not pee herself, because wouldn't that just be the icing on the cake if after being attacked by giant centipedes, then she urinated on herself? Because, you know, that would just be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know. She's like, I've really got to go. I know you do, sweet girl, but, you know, you're almost to the exit. You really are. I'm pretty certain that the exit's just right up ahead. So as soon as she gets to the exit, we will cue for her to go ahead and go use the washroom, and then when she is done with that, we will let her go ahead and go on home and go to bed, because honestly, I think that she has had a very eventful day, and honestly, I think I am probably going to leave this episode here, because there is not a whole lot more that I can do to this poor girl. Episode 1 has been extremely eventful. She's been attacked twice. There's not much more I can do to her. I mean, there probably is more I can do to her, but I think she's been tortured enough. So I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. She's just going to go to the washroom and go home and get herself some rest in her lovely tent. Let me know what you guys thought of episode 1 and our Piper Pepper. I will see you guys in the next one. I really do hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. And until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.